Hello, welcome to A Life Without Parole. I am live today. I don't usually do lives, but I'm trying this out. We're talking everything about the Lori Vallow Daybell case. And I have my good friend Carissa. She is at the trial waiting to get in today. Lori Vallow will be doing her opening statements and the case against her for conspiracy to commit murder, for attempted murder for her nephew, Brandon Boudreaux. The trial will officially get started. Now, I am really curious to see which personality we get today. I've mentioned this in days past that Lori seems to have a few, like 4 major personalities. I don't even know if it's personalities. Personas, let's just say, that she creates, and depending on what she's trying to get. So when she did her interview with Keith Morrison on Dateline, she was pretty happy and flirty and confident and talking as if she is, well, let's just say she had a lot of her religiosity and blame for everyone else, nothing on her. Okay, that was one personality. Her interview after her Charles Vallow case, that personality was not so confident, but it was still very happy go lucky, and she's just, she's been to heaven, so she knows all the things that are expected of her in this life, and she's just going to find joy and happiness no matter what the situation, whether it's her children dying, her husband dying, blah blah blah. She has the personality that can find joy and happiness in everything. Well, everything except one thing, and that is when bad things happen to her. Have you noticed that? She's not so happy-go-lucky when things aren't happening right for her, which, for those of you who saw the jury selection yesterday, she was anything but happy-go-lucky. Which brings me to another thing that anyway, so 2 personalities that I talked about. The third one is victim Lori. Poor, sad, sorrowful, sick victim Lori. She couldn't even hardly keep her head up. She didn't have makeup. She didn't have hair fancy like she usually has, that big thing on top of her head and makes her tall and all those things. No, she didn't have any of those things. She just had poor, sick Lori. I mean, for heaven's sake, she had a headache. How could anyone expect her to be in court when she's got a headache? Well, she was trying to act like she had a lot more than just a headache, but yeah. Okay, now I've got my friend Carissa. I'm going to see if I can pipe her in. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I need everyone's help to figure this out. I need to share the link. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, so the third thing is poor, sick victim Lori. Downtrodden. Then you have the Lori that we saw during the Charles Vallow case. And that was the she's talking 100 miles a minute. She overtalks the judge. She overtalks the prosecutor. She overtalks whoever's being a witness. She just she's the smartest person in the room. She's got a lot to say. 100 miles an hour. Those are the 4 personalities that Lori brings to the table. But I'm wondering, because Lori is so unpredictable, and right when you think you know what's going to happen next, she changes the narrative. I'm wondering if we're going to see number 5, a different Lori altogether. She has to know that the fast-talking, aggressive Lori came across terribly. Okay, I got my helper here. And so maybe she's going to try a different way. She's going to see, I'm on live right now. Can you see if you can get Carissa line with me? Okay, my producer's here, so maybe we can get Carissa in. She has inside information at the courthouse right now. Who's in line, what the atmosphere is. So we'll see if my producer can get her logged in. I hope so. But anyway, so I think that we might see personality number 5. Now remember, Lori is diagnosed with some mental conditions. She has narcissism, religiosity. Those are the ones we know, and there could be some other things. But I don't think personality disorder was one of them. For me, and I'm no professional, but I'm just going to guess that Lori likes to become things. Like she can play act. Maybe acting should have been her career rather than cult leader. But when you think about it, a lot of times cult leaders are very much actors. They have to convince people. Can you? Okay, see, I don't usually do lives. This is why I don't do lives, because I'm not very good at all. But anyway, which one do you think? Which one do you think she will bring to the table today? And do you agree with me? Or do you think that she really, truly has all these emotions? I mean, we all have emotions. We all have different things. Like some days we're happy, some days we're sad. But my argument is she claims that she can be happy no matter what. Well, that's not quite true, is it? She claims that she's a translated being, so she doesn't have to eat, she doesn't have to sleep, and you'd think she wouldn't have to be sick. So this is something that's been going through my mind, and that is she going to try to bring up her extreme religious beliefs like she tried to do in the previous trial against her for the murder of Charles Vallow, her 4th husband? It didn't go so well, and she just can't comprehend how bringing up some of these things opens the door to her other trials, because the jurors are not supposed to know about her previous convictions. But if she brings up some of the religiosity, apparently that could open that door, because she was trying to say that she's like Enoch, or what did she, somebody else, a Nephi, I don't know, but like basically that she's a translated being, and that she believes that, and she wanted to bring that up. Now, whether she believes she really is or not is another question. Not even the question I'm asking right now, but will she try to use it? I can see there's a lot of comments. If her voice gets any higher, only dogs will be able to hear. Oh, yeah. This is the thing. Lori's voice. She goes high, she goes low, she goes up, she goes down. She is a myriad of all kinds of personalities. I was trying to just think in my mind, like I'm really a sports fan. And a lot of times before big games, there'll be commentators that'll say, what's your prediction? Who's going to win this game? Or who's going to get the first touchdown or whatever? And I feel like I want to do that on the Lori Vallow trial today. What personality are we going to see today? Give me your comments and let me know. Let's have a vote right now. This is the one good thing about doing live, so I can see it and we can talk about it right now. Let's see. Star's good. I predict that Lori gets shocked at least once during this trial. I think you might be onto something. And for those of you that don't know what that means, Lori has to wear a shock belt around her. Now remember, she's a convicted killer, so she doesn't have a right to approach people. And if she tries to go to somebody, she can get shocked. And I think you might be onto something. I wouldn't be surprised if she got shocked, meaning she went beyond her circle where she's allowed to go. This is Andrea, aka Lulu. Lori has stopped short of almost pooping her pants. Yeah, I think she has met her match. You know what's the most interesting thing about this? Of all of the accusations against her trial in Idaho, her trial in Arizona for her first trial for Charles Vallow, This one, the attempt on her nephew, her niece's husband, it's so confusing, is probably the hardest for the prosecution to prove. If she would have had a defense team, I think there is a chance she could have gotten off as not being able to convict. Not that she didn't do it, but not being able to convict. But I don't see how she's going to be able to have the wherewithal to prove that she. I don't think she stands a very good chance. Okay, this is Jody Saka watching from sunny Florida. Hello, everyone. Oh, I love Florida. Haven't been to Florida for a while. We lived in Savannah, Georgia, so we went to Florida a lot. Love it. Andrea, aka Lulu. Lori has stopped short. Oh, I did that one. Mom of 5 amigos. Oh, I loved it. I love that. Mom of 5 amigos. I have 4 amigos. Hi, love you, friend. Hello. Okay, let's see. Diane Davidson. Personally, I think people are generous to believe she really has a headache. Oh, this is my thoughts. She literally claimed all those things on Monday. Remember, she's like, chills, I think I have a fever. She had all these symptoms, right? And none of them were provable. I mean, they're all provable. And so when she doesn't have a fever and she doesn't have chills and she doesn't test positive for any illnesses, the only thing she has left to say is, but I have a headache. Now, I'm a severe migraine sufferer. Like when I get migraines, I'm out for the count. But I'm not even coherent. Like if the judge tried to say to me, I mean, I had a migraine where they thought I had a stroke. I mean, I couldn't even tell you my kids' names. So I get that my headaches aren't something that you can see on somebody, but she wasn't even able to fake a good headache, you know? So, or even if she has a headache, take some medicine. Buck up, buttercup. You got to go. And, well, that's too bad about that translated being. I thought you weren't going to have any kind of sicknesses. But here's my question. So if she's getting headaches, does that prove that she's no longer translated or going dark? And if so, does that mean, well, we know what that means in her world. According to the cult mentality, if you're dark, you don't live long. So does she need to put a hit on her own life? Okay, let me get some more questions. Gemcat, I think Lori will enter the courtroom in an iron lung. I'm coming off of a cold myself. And yeah, she is so dramatic. The wheelchair was so, it's horrible to say hilarious, but it was such a con. I mean, I think there was a Brady Bunch episode that was better than that. Remember when someone faked like they had a sore neck and then the dad like throws his briefcase and they look and they didn't hurt and then you realize, oh, they're faking. I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like a show from a sitcom from the 70s. It's just insane. Carolyn shrugs. Lori is going rogue in this trial. Oh, I agree. And I know we've said this before. She's got nothing to lose, but she's got nothing to gain either. She's not going to be getting her like prison followers if she can't look competent. I mean, I do think that there's probably people in jail that are rallying around her, but she's going to lose even them, you know? Okay, let's see the next one. 1217 Wicked. Yesterday she turned down ibuprofen from the judge. Yes. I heard a rumor about that. She wouldn't even take ibuprofen. Like what's her reasoning? Translated beings don't take medicine? Or, I mean, let's face it, she didn't have a headache. Or if she did, she didn't want it to go away. I don't know. I am amazed because, I mean, is she going to have her top ponytail today and her mascara and everything? I zoomed in, like just zoomed in close on her eyes. what little pictures we could see from her. And she didn't have mascara. Like, she didn't have makeup. She didn't have her, I know she's able to buy makeup. She doesn't even have to use the candy anymore for her lipstick and whatever. Okay, let's see. Go ahead. Keep commenting. Let me know what you think. And Carissa, there's my girl. She's right there. How can I get her on? Carissa, how do I do it? Let's see.
The link on your side.
I have to do the link on my side?
And send it out.
Okay. All right. I don't know how. Okay, I'm going to work on it. So that Carissa can give us the tidbits in between, because the best thing is she can give us so much more. I've already been FaceTiming her today. And what?
How to put stuff in.
Oh yeah, Carissa, you're here. Put some stuff in the comments, and I am going to figure out this link thing. One thing is for sure. But the best thing is she's there. She already knows. She's been there for a long time. She already knows who's at the trial. She's talking to people and finding out the inside scoop for me. And really, I think the biggest thing is what the mood of everyone in the courtroom is. You just don't get that from watching on television. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it for now. And, click subscribe, because we're going to try. I'm going to hopefully have Carissa on for the mid-morning break or lunch break. And we will see you soon. See ya.